Hello. Hello.
Hello. Alrighty. Why is there no music? I can't hear any music. Did they stop the music? Yes, because I went through this entire, like... How have they not updated this album, honestly? Like, Twitch, for fuck's sake. If you're gonna tell us, oh, hey, we have a music, like, streaming service, so then that way you can, like, you know, play music without risk of, like, copyright infringement or whatever the fuck, but you're not updating it regularly, like, then what the fuck are you doing? Like, I looked at, like, so many of your playlists, and it's like, you had nothing for Christmas. Like, you had maybe a Winter's Day and Winter's Night, argumentatively, but do you really not have something for, like, the holidays? When we got up to it? Twitch, come on. All right, where am I missing my, what's-a-mahoozy, announcements? I know I have like 2 or 3 more to go. Where, my thing? It's your favorite Zeebs. Hi. Hi, Urane. Welcome to the stream. I am almost there. I almost have everything.
Bone-masked dog thinks you should do 15 squats.
Of course you think I should be doing 15 squats. Alrighty then. Let me get my stretching and nonsense in.
Gimme cookie.
Ah! Beeps! The fuck? Ah, okay. You know where the cookies are. You can go get the cookies. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go and do my squats because that was asked of me a while. Ow! That was asked of me a while ago. Am I like? How long is this queue gonna be doing like the? Do I not have like an ending to the Hang on a sec. Subscribe. Do I not have an end state for? So pressing F19 with no other alternatives, and then it does a thingy-madiggy. I feel like F19 is not... It's not following my rules. All right. The titties don't stop. They should stop. That's the thing. It should only go on for like 10, 15 seconds. It should not be going on forever. Anyway, I have to do my squats on stream because Bone is the only one who does the redeems in my channels. Other people need to get on this nonsense. It can't just be Bone and maybe Noel. Other people need to get me back into doing squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Thank you. Thank you, Bone, for the 15 squats. Then reduce the prices? Nah. Nah, I'm not negative gearing this. I'm not gonna negative gear those squat prices. I made them the price they are because, so, like, words will reach me shortly. They are at the price they are now, and it was only a small increase in the price. It wasn't like a big increase in the price either. It's not like I went 150 for 15. How much do I have them right now at? Hang on a second. 250 for 15. That's like... They used to be like 200. They weren't that cheap. It was 100 now. They're like 250 for 15. Okay. How about I meet you halfway? How about 200? You get 50 points off them. How about that? Are you aware of the amount of squats I could slam you with? Hi there, Abaddon. Welcome to the stream. No, I'm not aware of how many squats you could do. I know Bone does like 300 in the morning. They do like a whole ton of them. So that's why they get kind of upsetties. That is agreeable? Okay. I shall reduce the price henceforth. Alrighty. Let it be known. I'm a merciful zebras. 200. There we go. 200 points. What are we talking about? We were talking about squat prices, because, you know, I had them fairly hot, because I wanted to kind of strike a balance between a easy redeem of the squats, but not, you know, spamming the redeem, so to speak, because sometimes they get done in, like, you know, no time at all. Zolik, thank you. And right off the get-go, I kind of just want to go...
Careful, boomer.
That was fun. I need another bot to send a message so I can do that again, please. Someone send another bot in just so I can be like, ah, there's a boomer nearby, and then just be like, bam. But, nah, that's probably not going to happen very often. Grant, is it hard to squat with your giant pecs and balls? It's, okay, IRL-wise, it's a little bit tricky just because I'm overweight. So, amazingly enough, I am still at 120 kilos right now. So, now, to be fair, I still get caught in those, like, moments where it's like, oh, you know what'd be cool? Hamburgers. And I eat hamburgers. I really shouldn't be doing that more than, like, maybe once a fortnight or something, but I end up doing it like maybe once or twice a week. Assume this was non-canon? Haven't you learned anything with Kingdom Hearts? No, no, Kusaki. Not everything in the franchise has to be canon, okay? This isn't like Ezio's trilogy in Assassin's Creed, okay? Because I'm gonna be real with you. I don't give a like, most people don't give a shit about the DLC in Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Assassin's Creed Valhalla. No one gives a shit about, like, you know, Assassin's Creed Liberation or Freedom Cry or Rogue. You can ignore these games and still get the major story. Ooh, who gave me a sub? Megas DJ, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you for the 2 months. I really appreciate it. You get to have the, sorry, it doesn't do a TTS bot with, like, emotes. I kind of tell the TTS bot not to do that. You don't have to deal with advertisement, and you get to have, I think I updated my button, you get to have these little cool emotes. Yeah, I updated that one.
134.
Oop.
Plus I have a huge dick.
Oh, and then there's a quote system as well. It is canon. Look, Hot. Let me be real with you. I don't think I needed to go through Chain of Memory. Okay? I feel like Chain of Memory should just be, you know, not a canon thing, okay? I really don't
Quote
care
107.
that Sora, like, you know...
I just want my dick sucked. Is that too much to ask?
Hush you. I don't care that Sora got gaslit by a witch woman who almost looks like Kyrie or something or rather, and that's the reason why he's like asleep for 2 years while we go with Roxas.
Quote 56. Don't clip my nutting motion.
I don't care that in Kingdom Hearts 356 divided by 2, how not only have we had Sora or Heartless Zora or Nobody Sora, we then suddenly had, what if Sora but a girl? Like, I don't need all that, okay? Kingdom Hearts is post-rationalization the series. Oh my goodness. It was just for half the organization in Namune. Yeah, and here's the best bit. I don't give a shit about Namune. Like, what's the point of her? And also half the organization is just fucking Xehanort, isn't it? Like, or just, you know, underlings of Xehanort. It don't matter. Imagine how painful this was as a Kingdom Hearts fan since the first one as each game came out. Oh, I can probably imagine.
Dog has added quote number 275. We have Sora but a girl.
Yes, so we had that. But, you know, at some, like, I'm gonna be real, it's kind of like when, you know, the Fate series just comes up with all these, like, random, like, alternative timelines rather than doing an English translation of the Fate Stay Night video game novel. It's kind of the fans' fault for throwing their money into this thing and being like, ah, yes, give me Kingdom Hearts Pythagoras theorem of energy or something like that, and it's like a mobile game, and you're like, ah, but did you know you will get the backstory on how Axel had his bisexual awakening, and then all the fans are just going to be like, holy shit, Axel has a bisexual awakening? We have to play this mobile game. What the fuck? Who took my shirt? Furry, give me my shirt back. I demand my shirt back. People were so hungry for Kingdom Hearts 3, we took anything we could for years to come. You guys were feral. I'm still feeling it. Some people are still feeling it. What if Sora is a horse? Oh, that's probably gonna like come up in Kingdom Hearts 4 somehow. Sorry, I'm missing out on some messages. Kingdom Hearts square root of... I'm not reading that number. That looks like half of pi. Shut up and take my money, thank you. It's Fate Stay Night, ready, set. I'm not doing that. That was already done by Giguk. Giguk has already done... He's done 2 videos about the Fate Stay Night series. Like, he's done, like, a comedic one where he's like, this is the short version, and he's being comedic as fuck about it, where it's like, just read the light novels, or read the video game novels, and he's like, no, I don't want to do that. But then he's done, like, an actual, you know, like a proper short version, and that one is an hour long. And they are still wrong? No, they're absolutely correct.
Thinks you should do 15 squats.
Nomura indeed smokes crack. Most likely. Give me that shirt. No, I want my shirt back. Thank you. Did you ever do the comics? Wait, there are comics of the Kingdom Hearts series? I refuse to believe that. Kingdom Hearts was your hyperfixation for fucking years, and now you just don't care anymore? Au contraire, Kusaki. There is a rhythm game, and there are people in my chat telling me I have to play the rhythm game. I don't want to play the rhythm game. I may be good at the rhythm games to some degree, because it's just a nice little, yes, let me just hit the buttons repeatedly, but I don't know if I want to play through the rhythm game. There are comics and novels. Oh, fuck the novels. The music game is... No, it's not. The rhythm game's not canon. Hang on, I gotta do my 15 squats real quick. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This anger of Kingdom Hearts gives me energy. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, stop saying it's canon. It's canon, it's canon, you must. The ending is canon. Oh my goodness. Don't lore, don't Balavirus, actually. Just a real quick moment there. As much as I love you guys just absolutely hounding me about Kingdom Hearts, please don't lower dump. Ah, out of breath. You didn't play the rhythm game, it's just a retelling, you don't care. Don't ask Normura, don't care, didn't ask. Atlantica is canon? The fuck is Atlantica? All of it is canon. Just look up the cutscenes of the rhythm game. I can't do that. Nomura has put a lot of effort into his video games. Imagine just getting like, yeah, Little Mermaid. Oh yeah, no, we all know the Little Mermaid. You know what else is canon? Hang on a sec, I got a button for this. You know what else is canon? These nuts. My model is arm. Where's the? Where? Come on, pick up. Hang on.
Quote 134. Plus
Hands.
I have a huge dick.
There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna allow Renee's mention because like, there like for some reason like sometimes like the mechanics of the arm and such like that. I wonder if it's because I don't have this set like high enough on my chest. Maybe that's the shortcoming. Hang on a second. I can fix this. All right. So if I increase the height just a little bit, not that much. Let's go. That's about right. Like, wow. Yep. I'm pretty sure that's the right height, and then cool. He shouldn't have made such a complicated story. Oh yeah, no, he probably shouldn't have, but then, you know, we wanted to use Disney shit, and then he just started making Disney shit like that wasn't Disney, and then it was like, okay, now we have to be a little bit crazy. Where's your arm resting? It should be like resting on a, again, why is it? I need to check the visualizer. Is there visual? I need to check the Ultra Elite visualizer. I wonder, what is it not picking up? Boobies!
Quote 120. Orbit ate me.
Boobies! Set as default communications. All right,
Quote
hopefully it's that one.
182.
Ah,
We popped an artery.
yeah. Okay, so for some reason, my I left my Valve index,
Quote
like the
183.
HDMI or,
I am
you know,
more
I
than
just
an
left the Valve
IT.
Index connected.
I am
And
a
it
free
decided to be
man.
like, oh yeah, that's the
Free
mic you're
man.
using, right?
Free man.
All right, hang on a sec. I'm just wiping down the leap motion with a microfiber cloth as best as I can, because I could see that it had like this weird smudging, like when I check the cam, because it's not like, it doesn't do it based off visual. It does it via like this weird IR blast thing. So it's only in a grayscale, but I could see the grayscale, you know, being like having this huge like sort of smudge on like the right side of the
Quote
visual, which
50.
is, you know, the right hand.
It's the robot. It come and goes.
Excellent. I'm glad that I'm keeping you guys distracted with my quote system. So, all right, there we go. Hey, you go suck a lemon. Oh, shit. I forgot to ask Kusaki something before he went away. He went away, didn't he? It's not picking up these nuts. Hang on a sec. Let me try the D's nuts.
Quote 90.
You love the
Let's
titty bounce?
ignore the
Excellent.
fact that there may be pedestrian.
Grant has a question. Yes, I have a question for Kusaki. Kusaki, do I just send you... I'm going to write it into the chat as well, just in case Kusaki doesn't... Do I just write you a message in the Twitter's DM, like, hey, I want to commission you for a design thingy to update my Twitch, what do you call them? Design / theme. Like, is that like how I write? I'm just like writing really, I'm just saying a lot what I'm typing. Ah, no, stop, don't hit me. When you learn he's talking about you. I'm just like slowly writing like, hey, Kusaki.
Alivrius thinks you should do 15 squats.
The crazy visuals of some of those attacks, seizure-inducing. Oh, do you mean like when it does like it does like that flash before the just email me? You have a few people you need to get through, but yes, can do. Awesome, cool. Ow! Oh shit! Who was that? Code! Thank you for the 16 months! Hi, Code! Oh, cool, I got Kusaki's email now. Awesome. Alright. I'm gonna copy that, and I'm gonna save it in my GrantZeebs Gmail, so then that way I can use my GrantZeebs Gmail rather than my thing. Got a dip for dinner? Not to worry. I probably won't send you the email, like, I won't send you the email in, like, the next 3 hours or anything like that. This is probably gonna be one of those, it's either the end of the night, or, ooh, what's this?
I see, what have you done? What have you... Ow!
Ow, what the hell is going on
That
there?
is the best scan I've ever gotten.
Oh my goodness.
My ear floating. Look at it. Look at it. It's my ear floating. What the fuck?
Squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's so much chaos going off right now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ah, thank you, Blue, for managing those messages. Also, why don't my tits stop bouncing? Like, come on, stop it. Stop. There we go. Awesome. Maybe delete it so not everyone has it. Ah, cool. But yeah, thank you for that code. All right, what did I miss? Things don't want to scroll properly. Thank you, Alvirus.
Alivrius has added quote number 276. Why don't my tits stop pantsing?
Oh, that's one of the other things I should, That's probably one of the other things I need to double check is the quote system 6, 7, 60. Oh, is the pantsing? No, hang on a second. So 270. Wait, what? Why is it not adding the quotes? Hang on, it's not. God damn it! It's doing that thing again where it's not adding the quotes. I thought I fixed that. Hang on. I am so. Okay, so we got the basic webhook, and then we're executing. It's doing all those kinds of string stuff, like it's doing the date and time. It's doing a random thingy-madiggy from like 268, and it's only showing the last 268 quotes instead of the last 276 quotes. Why is it? Huh. Is it mods only? No, it's not that. It's like the quotes being added into StreamerBot. No, Dragon. The quotes being added into my system, but it's not sending the quote into my Discord. Wait, hang on. What have been the last few quotes? I wonder if it's because like I was having troubles in the past because of quotation marks. Or maybe it's because of the category. Let's see. So 268 was the last one. All right, so 269 is BioShock 2. Oh, look, there are sharks. So a number of them were done by Bone. How is it? Well, that's annoying. I thought I had that. Okay, well, that's another thing to work on in the future. So, but yeah, it's probably just like because some of them have quotation marks or maybe special characters, so it might be because of those that the streamer bot might be having issue sending the webhook. Because I know there's a Discord basic webhook, but the basic webhook just wants to send a It just wants to send a message. It doesn't do any of the cool little embeds or anything like that, like I had going thanks to, you know, a little bit of experimentation in Postman and what have you. So, welcome back, Bubba. It's been a long time. I hope you're doing all right. How are things? Also, why can't I scroll up and down my chat? Okay, so Kisaki said he had a gear. I don't know if you've playing it, so avoiding spoilers. Cool. Okay, so I've gone through the first two Kingdom Hearts games, the first half of Chain of Memory, so I didn't play Riku's side because I just said fuck it to Riku.
Abaddon wanted me to say it's probably the Heartless bring darkness upon your Discord server.
Most likely. It is most likely that, for all I know. But yeah, I'll need to look in, like, what was the reason for its failure and such. Like, I just wish I had a better debug log, or maybe it is like maybe there is a good debug log for StreamerBot. I'm just not enabling it. So, does my dog like pants from your foot? Oh, well, that's good. It's the belly bone. No, it's not the belly bones. I don't have belly bones. Stop saying I have belly bones. Alrighty. Where is? I need to find game sources. So I can turn this off, turn this on, activate it. So then that way you can see when oh, I also forgot. I need to update my shirt because we're playing a Kingdom Hearts game. There we go. All right. So yeah, we've gone through like the first 6 games. So from the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 set, now we're in like the 2.8 final prologue. So this is like apparently like more of the games that we needed to play. He's not suited for a belly like me. Yeah, no. If you guys want to check out like a streamer with like a belly and all that shit, you should definitely go check out Code the Yoshi. They're a furry with a belly. They were last playing some Pokemons. How dare they? A Yoshi playing a Pokemon game. Oh wait, no, they're both Nintendo. Never mind. Okay, it makes total sense brand-wise. Code's belly is the bestest. Of course. Of course Alvirus thinks that. Actually, I don't know why Alvirus thinks that. But, you know, yeah. You'll be streaming again in February. Hey, that's not too far away. You're doing some updates to your stream and all that kind of such. Hands, come on. Be visual. Just follow the visual, please. There we go. So yeah, it doesn't have like a fun time visualizing when I'm holding a controller or not. Like right now, it's just twitching. And it's all because of like, you know, if I so my hand's here, it knows this hand is holding a controller, but the second I do this,
My day be so
it's good now.
fine. Then boom.
Horny. Your dong is magnetic? No, that's not the case. It's because I was in the middle of trying to play video games. Like this one. Oh, also, check this shit out. So, one of the things I have recently updated on my setup is I can now do this. I have a button where I press it and it will go to a different HDMI signal. The Switch will pick up on that, and I now have my my Switch available for streams. And then if I switch back, the switcher changes to my PlayStation. I now have like a clever way of going between the different consoles now. So far, the switcher just goes to 2 different things, so it's not, so I can't get like more consoles and such. But with the 2 that I have in this room, I'm all good now. Maybe I should go ask which way am I going? You'll be getting all that later. Excellent, because I know you yourself have a Switch as well, at the very least. Ooh, what's this? Nope, that does not help whatsoever. Oh. Wait, are they just saying, you know? Go. All right. All right, let's get rid of the rhino. I'm gonna be real. I kind of forgot some of the controls already. Stop drilling me, please. Oh, what?
Uranina wanted me to say, can I be your Nintendo friendo?
Sure, when I play a Nintendo game that requires people. Ooh, actually, so I have an idea for a, hang on a sec, can I?
The _ Dante 33 has added quote number 277, stop drilling me please.
Thank you. I need to figure out like why it's all... I forgot how to do some of the freeform stuff.
227. Thank you the 10 butties. Oh my goodness, I am about to die.
Yep. Stop getting hit. There we go. Why are these guys so strong? Is it one of those like, oh, magic is king systems again? This better not be one of those magic is king systems. You activate by using the triangle and circle at this. Oh, that's where I'm going wrong. So now if I go... Yay! Cool. So that's how it works. All right. But yeah, okay, what was... Don't forget to upgrade your Dream Boys. Yes, upgrading is apparently a thing they do. Oh yeah, so, all right, zoom in for this one. How about next Friday, I wear the fursuit head, and because I don't want to do like a keyboard and mouse game, I want to do like a controller game. So next Friday, I'm wearing the fursuit head, and we play, like, you know, either Mario Kart or Mario Party or Super Smash Bros. Like something on the Switch. What does that sound like to you guys? Abaddon's just writing, you know, lewd shit in their little notepad, and they're just drawing a little penis in the little what do you call that column? You know, in school when you have like the column that's like, ah, yes, you just draw this like line that's just on the far left. Who followed me? Hot 22. Thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, the margin. Thank you. Don't judge your PP art. I will judge the PP art. I am a connoisseur on the PP and the TT and the AA art. Don't judge me, okay? I like art, all right? I'm a bit of a connoisseur to these things, okay? Besides, sometimes you need to work on your PP game.
The _Neko Dante 33 wanted me to say I have a better suggestion. Play Elden Ring wearing the fursuit head kappa.
Nah! No. Do you want PP art? Always. Like, here's the thing. I have to save money, however. As much as I would love to you know, hire artists and be like, hi, I love your work. I would like to commission you for one of my zebras to do like this thingy-madiggy. Or maybe it's like a safe for work thing where it's like, hi, I would really love for Grant in a Twitch safe scenario to do this. But if it's a not safe for work, it's like, ah, yes, make him bigger. Bigger. And then they come back to me with the first draft. Bigger. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of money to do that. I have to save up money. I'm not your big fancy Twitch streamer that's part of the streamer showcase over in ANZ like Scribbly or Mudasaur or the other two streamers that I don't really care about. I am one of those streamers where even though I have a full-time job, I have a lot of things I need to pay for, and I also need to get the budgeting in order. Have you ever had to tell an artist it's too big? Actually, Urine, yes, I have, actually, quite recently. It was for a piece of art. Hang on a sec. Let me see if I can get that art on the screen, just to demonstrate what it was. Give me a moment. There was a piece of art, and I was like, you know what would be funny?
I've yet to meet one that can outsmart a bullet. Yeah,
put that knife away. So I commissioned a very popular artist in the himbo, sexualized community, a guy named where in the world is his folder? Did I put him in miscellaneous? Where is his work? Where is it? It's not Insomnia, it's not Jimbo, it's not Kogi, it's not Cooley, Lou, no. Nope. I don't have his folder. Well, no, because he gave me both safe for work and not safe for work stuff, okay? I need to find him again. Oh my goodness. This is a terrible turn of events. Where the hell is he? Scrolling down. Aha! So, full don't post these as they're for yours only. Alright, cool. And then... Alright, so these are for my eyes only. So, dink. And then dink. And then I need the lower res. I'm only gonna get like the low res that is like, you know, that I currently need to share with you guys. So, say image as dink. Alrighty. So there is an artist named Panthera. They are an amazing artist. They don't do streaming that often on this platform, unfortunately, so I can't like, you know, share with you commissions. I'm just gonna use their short name, Pan. They don't do like a lot of streaming on this platform and what have you, so I can't like shout them out and such. No, it was. Where's the PP art? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay, just give me a minute. So there is, so let me get the low res to share with you guys, and they created this really amazing artwork. Here it is. It's your zebra. And like, shout outs to actually, you know what I can do? I can find their Twitter. Panthera. Of course, it gives me the actual Panthera. Draws. There we go. All right, please tell me this is safe for work. Okay, it's not explicitly safe for work, I'm sorry to say. You know the artist? Yeah. So a lot of himbos may know, did someone say pee-pee? No, hi Chase. No. So yeah, any whoosies. So this is the art I got. Now there is a not safe for work version, but I'm not sharing the not safe for work version. The story matters only for the part where, you know, we're talking about the, actually, you know what I can do? I can like do a zoom in over on, I'm gonna do a zoom in over onto here. Oh, wait, hang on a sec. So I'm gonna do a zoom in over onto here. And then I'm gonna make it to about this size, so then that way it's sort of like front and center to you. So then that way I can go back to talking to myself, and then back to the reference image in question. Yes, hubba hubba. This is a really good one, and I'm not sharing the not safe for work one. You can find it on Twitter if you guys are real degenerates. Any whoosies. So they're giving me the drafts, and they're sort of like, okay, this is what I have in mind in terms of where you are at the sketching stage. Let me know what it is. Now, that guy right there, the bulge was a lot bigger. That was the one time I've had to send a message back, and the inner not safe for work for me was screaming at this. I had to send a message back to the person saying, "Hi, I love the sketch that you have for me. However, as this is meant to be a safe for work image, I would prefer the groin to be smaller." I had to tell this wonderful artist who does all kinds of himbo art, and you know, obviously look at the sexuality drooling from this man. Like, look at that. Let me enhance. Hang on. Enhance. Look at this man. Look at this man just looking at Argonian titties and just retweeting that shit. That's me. Anywhoosie, so yeah, I had to send a message back to this artist and say, okay.
I feel like this would be a Joker meme.
Society. But yeah, so I basically had to send a message back of like, I thank you for the sketch. However, you're going to need to make this smaller. So, all right, no more staring at my zebra. So yeah, and so that was the one time I've ever had to you know, send a message back to an artist saying it's too big. So alrighty, what the F am I doing? Okay, there's new thingy-majiggies in my command deck, and there's a new slot I can put things in. Oh my goodness, why do I have so many strike raids and sliding raids? Let's just go with the thunder. That sounds good. And then items. Oh, cool, a new Keyblade. Actually, that is a very good looking Keyblade. Awesome. Dream pieces. A lot of them that probably aren't all that important. Cool. And then a paint gun. And then these are some of the new abilities. Increases the effectiveness of recovery items, attacking haste, boost. Okay, so we've increased the, so you can unlock this ability via ability link. Cool. Awesome. Link portal. Achieve victory in 20 seconds or less. All right, let's give this a try. Just show it from the waist up. Like, maybe, but... There we go. Oh, this is not going to be done sooner than this. Challenge failed. Exit. You might actually draw me now? Oh, thank you, Furry Curers. I really appreciate it. If you guys ever need to get like references or you have questions of like what is it okay to draw me as and such, !ref sheet is a good like command to use. So then that way, you get to see like the ref sheet that's like safe for work, and then you'll have a chance to get to a ref sheet or a link to ref sheets or content which might be, you know, a mix of safe for work or not safe for work. Thank you. Thanks for doing that, Code. Man, I miss having moderators. Moderators just make the stream go a lot smoother. Oh, whoops, almost did the thingy-majiggy. All right, open this. Cool. Yay. All right, so that heals me, and then, yep, can go into here. Oh yeah, we're in Notre Dame. Is anybody here? And they didn't decide to call this Paris, France. They give this like some other random name.
I'm Riku.
Oh, my name's Quasimodo. I'm very sorry, but the Archdeacon is away.
Actually, I'm looking for a man named Frollo. Do you know where he is?
Baggins? My master? He said he had business on the outskirts of the city.
Do you mean you know him?
Oh, yes. He's very kind. Master Frollo saved my life. He protects me from the outside world.
He protects you from it?
The people
The City of Bells, but in French? Ah, that's what they were trying to say.
I'm a monster, you know.
Is that what Frollo told you? Trust me, looks can be deceiving.
Oh, please don't make this
sees you for who you are, no matter what face you wear.
Okay, that's some actually really good advice. I was really worried that Riku was going to do that teenager thing where they're going to be like, "Oh, you don't like looks can be deceiving. You're not a monster. For you see, I am really a monster after all the horrible things I did because of being gaslit by Maleficent and shit." I was worried it was going to be one of those kinds of talks.
Find some friends who understand you.
Glad it wasn't.
Oh no, my master forbids it. I'm not to set foot outside.
Are you sure that's what's stopping you? Because I think something else is holding you back.
Society is what's holding him back.
Ask your heart, Quasimodo.
Kingdom Hearts wouldn't do that. Nah, Kingdom Hearts is actually like fairly okay in regards to like, you know, messages for kids and shit. I just, you know, oh, there we go. There's his teenage moment of like, oh, I wish I could take my own advice. Forbid this? Nah. Alright, so...
Bone Masked Dog thinks you should do 15 squats.
Okay. After this combat. Hopefully this combat goes by very quickly. Is that it? Yep, okay, cool. Alright, 15 squats. Here we go. Riku is an angry teenager? Yeah, Riku's just a Sasuke. Like, who the fuck wants to be a Sasuke when you have, like, Naruto as an option? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Better than being a Sakura? Yep, you said it, Abaddon. No one wants to be a Sakura. Sakura is just, you know... Sakura is just, you know, someone. Okay, mementos, cool, saving points. Link criticals. Your basic attack and attack at the same time. Both attacks will do their thing. Increases the link gauge when you do. Stat boosting abilities. Special can be earned and activated. Unlocking new moves. They're obtained by spirits. Number shows stuff. You can assign shortcuts. You can install things in the deck. When the gauge runs out, you'll enter bonus time. After bonus time ends, you'll drop into the next character. Continues to increase as you explore the field. Collect these droplets. Find and complete this link portal. Collect this site. So those are the 3 ways to earn DP. When you drop, you can spend your DP to give your character a bonus. To drop or switch characters, just select the drop thingy. In this game, you'll alternate between Sora and Riku. Yep. Oh, world map. Hang on. Each time you drop, the world's Dream Eaters and lucky items may change. Use the world map to move between worlds. Save points. Switch characters. And then, yep, those are just classic mementos. Flow motion is the thingy-majiggy. While you can use circle to jump or square to gain a burst of speed. While press A while doing a thingy-majiggy. Cool. Yep, cool. And then reality shifts. Yep, okay, so triangle, circle. I knew it was something like that. Linking spirits. Let me be a Hinata. I can take all of Naruto's shadow clones at once. In a fight, right? Urine. You mean you can take on all of Naruto's shadow clones in a fight, right? Right? This game lets you infinitely wall jump by dashing into walls. Yep, no, I've already done that. I've done that once already. So... Cool guy, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Yep. Nope, that's the wrong one. All right, so... There we go. And then I can get to this. To here, to there. I don't really have a lot of time. Am I supposed to be able to do everything in a single drop? Hey, I haven't tamed like an upgraded fire. Yay, Boofer is level 8. Also, that's one of the other things is, oh, come on, just let me... There we go. Now I can break down this cat. I need to remember to... Ooh. So I need to make sure I have... Oh, wait, I'll do that once I get to that stage. But because there's a, Because there's a naming scheme with these spirits, I will periodically turn on the, a redeem where you can go and name some things. Cool. Oh. Not really all that useful, I see. Huh? Talk. Ribbit, Ribbit, I challenge thee. Sure thing, Frogman. Let's fucking do this. There we go. Oh, dream drops over. Yeah, you can name them. So there is an 11 character limit, however, I need to stress that because the last time someone did the redeem, they gave me like a 14 character, slows down the drop gauge, affects scales with your thingy. Yep, sure, yep, we'll activate those two things. We're not really using the monies all that much. But yeah, the next time I have to, like, the next time I make spirits and... What the fuck? Why am I all the way back here? Track down Neku. What? I'm all the way back in Traverse Town? Oh my goodness. Alright, jump. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, this should be the right way. Oh my goodness. What am I doing all the way back here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, light. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take this. Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Ha. Oh.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Ha ha. Ha. Oh. So long. Ha. Oh. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Oh. Ha. Yeah. Oh. Ha. Oh. Oh.
There, alright. Hopefully it is, like, back this way or something.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Ha.
Is it this thing? Yep, thank goodness. I was worried. I honestly was not expecting it to, like, just have me be all the way back here when I loaded. I thought Sora was gonna be in the City of Bells. Hey, Neku.
Sora.
How did I end up? Oh, never mind.
What? You actually still trust me?
Of course I do.
But you
Why
know
wouldn't
that I
we?
tricked you, right? That guy in the black coat? He said he could send me home. Me and my partner.
Ugh, what a
But I
dick.
had to bring you to him first. Sorry.
No big deal. When it really mattered, you stood up for me. And besides, we're friends, right?
You are way too forgiving, Sora.
Oh, hey, Neku. This here is Rhyme. Is she your game partner?
Eh.
No. Sorry. I'm teamed up with somebody else.
Huh? What? Rhyme!
Just gets fucking swatted away. Serves you right. Final Fantasy characters are those who go against gods, not fucking boys rapping in the hood. Being all a playa, yo. That's how the kids talk, right, in the universe? You know, just hanging out in the streets with all the players and... Alright, how do I... Ow! Fuck you.
Yeah! Yeah! Hey! Yeah! 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 Fine! Yeah! 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 Ha! Light!
There we go. Ding, 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 ding.
Hey! Yeah! Ha!
Yay, reality!
Yeah! 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 Fine! Light!
Yep, missed him.
Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Oh. Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh no. Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh. Yeah!
Ow. Have I played any Pokemon mini games yet? Yes, I did, and I absolutely hated it. I was just button mashing the F out of it, and then there was like a roulette wheel or something. Yeah, what I'm saying is characters from the world that ends with you have no hope against pseudo Final Fantasy characters.
Take this.
Take the bubbles.
Light. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Light.
Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Oh. There we go.
Yeah. Light.
Oh.
Hey. Yeah.
Let me just start hitting you even harder.
Ha. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Hey. Light. Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Got him. Yay, the deck has increased and he's got more health. Heal! Exclamation point. I know that. I just forgot to put heal into the deck because I'm a himbo. Don't think about it too hard. I just forget to do these things, okay? It's no biggie. I'll remember. Whenever I go into boss fights, I should put healing into the deck. It's that simple.
Sour underscore creme underscore 3 paid me to say I cast cheer.
Thank you for the 10 biddies, sour cream. I really appreciate it. Oh. Oh, hey, it's... Hello, Joshua.
Riku. How long the days without you?
Oh my goodness. Oh, hey, it's
Neku,
them peeps.
do you know this guy?
Yeah. Joshua. He's my friend.
That pause there means that they could be more than friends. I'm imagining that the community that does the, you know, this is the end of the world, the end of the world, or whatever the fuck the acronym is, I reckon there's a whole lot of fanfic, isn't there? Or is that a canon thing, by the by, Urine? Is it canon that they're, like, you know, lovies with each other, and this is just Disney, you know, trying to make this available in the Chinese market? Or do people just want the or do people just want the what's a mahuzi, the affection?
Okay. Are you
The
the one who
love.
took Rhyme away? And why do you know my name?
If you'd like to settle down for a sec, I'll field your questions one at a time. Let's start with Rhyme. I'm hanging on to her dreams for her. They're my portal.
What?
Huh?
You make no sense.
Let's
Explain.
just say her dreams are a gateway between worlds.
No.
Next question. How could I possibly know your name, right? This town has a little secret. It only appears when someone out there has need of shelter. I'll spare you the details, but right now it's made up of my dreams. So of course I know you. I dreamed you up. I
That's
know your
not
best
how
friend
this
Riku, too.
Really? You know Riku?
Yeah, because you met
Well,
Riku.
yeah. I'm kind of omniscient.
That sounds
where
like
is he?
bullshit. That is not a thing. That Joshua's fucking lying to me. Sora, We haven't even gone, like, you know, 4 hours into the game, and already you're getting gaslit from someone. There is no way you're just, oh, fucking omniscient in this universe. Bullshit. This isn't real. That's not true. Chat, someone explain. That's fucking bullshit. Joshua has no omnipotent powers. That's not a thing. That doesn't exist in their game. This game is the point where the overarching lore gets convoluted. I absolutely believe you. I feel like that's like, but this, I feel like it's just a downright lie, not like a convoluted thingy-madiggy. It's not, it's like Riku, oh no, so sorry, I already read that message. Basically, she is an internet port while this world is the internet. No, that's because it's her dreams. Like, that's not a means for us to enter.
This projection, in another imagining of this world.
You mean another Traverse Town? Can I get there with your portal thing?
Sad to say, it won't work for you. My portal thing only opens for the one with Ryan's
Bone
dreams.
Masked Dog thinks you should do 15 squats.
You're seeing another chain of events in another world trapped by the Dream Eaters. As for how the world got split in two, I have a feeling you'll need to ask this guy.
Him again.
Oh my goodness. The fucking organization all over again. Wait, do we get a oh yeah, we already know. It's Terra Xehanort. It was fucking Terra Xehanort again. I think someone's already quoted me, and it's like, I need to find it in the Discord again, where it's just me saying, it's just Xehanort again, isn't it? And apparently that's just the Terra Nort. Thank you, Bone. Alright. 15 more squats. Here we go. I just need to stretch my arms a little bit. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Thank you for the 15 squats, Bone. It's young Xehanort? No, that's not young Xehanort. That's Terra. Like, he only looked that young when he overruled Terra.
Beat.
I'm guessing Rhythm and Beat are siblings.
Riku.
Yes, because I may have forgotten. Hey, new Keyblade. Thank you. Oh my god, is Rhythm and Beat just gonna start a song? Am I just gonna be watching a music video for the next 2 minutes?
In their world, something happened that brought their existence to an end.
What?
Fading all together.
Oh my.
Gathered up the very last remnants of their dreams.
Oh my god, Joshua.
For a place to give them refuge.
Oh my.
It was then this world appeared to answer my call, and Rhyme's dreams allowed us to reach it. Here, I thought they might have a chance, that the pieces of their dreams could make them whole again. Imagine my surprise when I realized dreams take bodily form in this world. It struck me, by linking their dream pieces back together, maybe I could make them exist again. Maybe I could give them another chance.
It can't be that simple.
Well, why can't it? By ourselves, we're no one. It's when other people look at us and see someone. That's the moment we each start to exist. All they needed was
Furry Cures 1221 wanted me to say wake yo ass up.
I'm awake. This is just really fucking convoluted.
Just who are you?
Let's say a friend.
No, you can't. You need to explain. No, why are you sprouting wings? Why? What? Oh my god. Cool. Even no, that's not my question. That's not my problem right now. I don't give a shit what angels can be. What I give a shit about is just Joshua just being fucking weird.
Will begin. I will return you to the Destiny Islands just before they were swallowed by the darkness and plunged into sleep. Once dreams take you, you must let them guide you to the sleeping worlds. As there are 7 pure lights, there are 7
angels need to be shot out of the sky. Yep.
Unlocking these will both grant you new powers and free the worlds from their weightlessness. Complete this task and return here safely, and I will name you both True Masters.
Yay! It's not like I've had to do this, like, you know, like, I've saved the world, like, twice. I want to help Kusaki with his fucking puzzle. Like, chat. Like, hang on a second. Let me just show you, like, what the fuck is going on my side. Like, hang on. Is that... Oh, device not connected. Primary monitor? It should be this one. Like, this is what I'm looking at right now. Like, fucking... He's trying to do a puzzle. Like, who the fucking Kingdom Hearts is Joshua? Like, the best way I could describe Joshua is some dude trying to tell me they're omnipotent in dreams. Like, all right, is it... Get fucked! Get fucked, Kusaki! That's exactly how this works. You're not, like, part of the object. You're really not getting over this. No, I'm not getting over this. 'Cause you're not the object. Like, all right. I'm gonna put you over to the side, and I'm gonna turn back on the game source, okay? Alrighty. So, we've gone through Traverse Town. Next up is the City of Bells. Especially Clovis isn't an angel. Clovis is just a... They're just a fucking hyena, aren't they? Hyenas are not angels, Blue. Someone called Bayonetta. We got an angel on the loose. Lol. Ooh. Try and capture as many thingy-madiggies as possible. There we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
No 1976 thinks you should do 15 squats.
Yay! Oh, is that... Dash. Oh, no, I'm missing all the... Damn it. And then there's all this health here, because clearly it doesn't know how I was gonna, you know, take on such things. Yay, the ring is open. Ow, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, Mega Flare. Let's just use fucking Mega Flare. That will work. And dash. And dash. 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 Faster. Hyenas are no angels. Yeah, I know hyenas aren't angels. You're making me do squats on this stream. I'm gonna do squats on this stream. Alright, here we go. Wait, chair's too close still. Turn you around. Get out of this screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, hey there, Frollo. 11, 12.
What? Who? Me?
I've never
Oh,
seen
he doesn't
you
like you.
before. Your name?
13.
Such disgusting
14.
attire. I know what you are.
15. You don't know shit, Frollo.
What is the matter, Captain Phoebus?
You don't know shit.
I'm interrogating this gypsy.
But, sir, he's just a boy.
He's just a boy.
I shall be the judge of that.
Cookie for Sky. Sorry I didn't get that to you sooner.
Did you have something to report to me, or did
Cookie.
you not?
Yes, sir. Monsters. They've invaded
I'm
the
not
square.
struggling with the pseudo-platforming. I passed, didn't I?
Hey, wait.
A B is a very good grade. B is a very good grade.
The city is overrun. For decades I worked to purge the city of those wretched gypsies. And now the streets teem with even more disgusting vermin that...
Dude, you, like, went head over heels for one girl, and you could not accept the fact if she couldn't love you, which, let's be honest, she owed you nothing, then Noah could have her. That is some very Sigma energies right there. Grow up. Yay! Hurry to the square. On our way. Hopefully we'll get through this quickly.
Masonic 1776
Hey, it's
wanted me
Frollo!
to say Grant sexy
And he's on an
Frollo
elephant.
sucks.
I knew it was Dream Eaters.
Oh wait, no,
What are
those.
you doing? You need to run.
Oh no, I couldn't. Today's the festival, and look, I'm the king of fools.
Yeah.
Quasimodo!
It's my master.
Uh-oh.
No. Oh, please.
No. Frollo was the tall, you know, what's-a-mahoozy. This is Quasimodo.
Get to safety.
I was saying that Frollo sucks. Oh, hey, here's the gypsy that Frollo, like, you know, nearly died for. Or basically he did die. Spoiler alerts. Alright, so they're running away.
Gypsy witch.
Okay.
It's the guy who he hates all class. The lower class and the upper class, because he, you know, tries to be part of the church, but, you know, hates the church's, like, religious following, so he hates all classes. Alrighty, fight!
Take this. Oh, hey.
Yep.
Fire. Yeah. Oh.
Whee!
Yeah. Light. Ha. Come on.
Oh, that was cool. I didn't know I could do that.
Ha. Ha. Ha ha. Ha. Light.
Ding, 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 ding. Magic increases. That was cool.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Fine. Light. Yeah. Hey.
Break. Use.
Yeah. Hey. Hey. Take this. Hey.
Yay, balloons. Get out.
Yeah.
Oh, if a spirit runs out of HP, a countdown will begin once the break down into pieces. Don't let that happen. Get close to your spirit. Rescue it by pressing until you fill up the gauge. Oh no, where is he?
Fine. Yeah.
Where is my buddy? There he is. Oh, that's a very easy health gauge to fill up.
Yeah. 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 Take this. Hey.
I keep using square as if that's gonna attack him, but...
Come on. Hey. Fine. Light. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to, No, Frollo's not a priest. Frollo is a judge. He's not part of, like, the religious segment. He's part of the judicial. Like, I know that sounds like a little bit weirdies, because in France, like, maybe the judicial is probably the same as the church, but I'm pretty sure they're separate in this time frame. But yeah, basically, he was a judge and such like that, and had a really big care about immigration for some reason. So, okay, exit battle. And then command deck. And we'll put in the healing and... Ooh, so we can change fire to Fira. Here's a cookie for you, Masonic. I forgot to give Angrel his cookie, but yeah. And then we put... Where's Cure? There's Cure. So now we got Balloon, Sliding Dash, Fira, and Spark. Can I put any of these things in? No, I cannot. And then... Can I not change party? Can I add in additional spirits? Yeah, I can. Awesome. Cypher and Wibbleber. Alrighty, so we're putting in these three guys. And then... Oh, hang on. Let me give the Prickle Mane a pet, if it'll let me. Yay! You can give them pets! Yay. Look at that. And they get XP for it, too. Just pet them. Look at that. You can do this all day, can't you? Can you do this all day? Can you just be petting them all day? Awesome. Look at me go. I'm probably gonna, like, wear out my fucking, like, analog stick by doing it like this, where I'm just, you know, running my palm over it like such. Look at him go. Okay, I think that's the most I can give him. All right, what about you? Can I give you more? Yep, I can give you pets. There we go. They have certain parts they do and do not like being petted. Alrighty. Okay, so this guy likes it on the wings, maybe? Yeah, it looks like he likes it on the wings. There we go. There we go. I found the spot. Cypher's distribution is changed to Wingman. There we go. And then what about you? I don't know where your thingy-madiggy is. Oh, look at you, giving you a belly. There we go. Smart cookie. Alrighty. Can I create any spirits? Forecast bonus of maximum HP. Okay, cool. Ooh, can I make you? Hey, I have what I need to create one of yous, and then I can swap out a command. So if I give you a potion, it gives you +5 drop me not. Gives you +1 affinity. It also changes their eye color and distribution. Use different combat AI. Huh. Didn't know that was a thing. Alrighty then. One of the things I'm going to need to do while this is happening is I need to go over to platforms and enable. Create this spirit? Yes. Whee! And we now make this weird, like, 2-footed snake. Normally called a Heppy Rep. Do I want to give him a name? Yes, I do. And I've opened it up for chat as well. If they would like to give the spirit a name, remember, you have an 11-character limit. Dun, 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 dun. Let me just, like, get rid of all the letters. So... was that even a redeem? Or did you just write that? 15 squats, already did that. TTS bot, I've done that. 15 squats, did that. TTS bot, yep. And traffic cone. You need to use, like, the redeem blue. Double check the, it's a new thingy-madiggy. It's like 100 points. 11 characters max. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, and I can use special characters if I wanted to. Man, that would be weird. Dun, dun. I'm guessing that's key. And then we have, like, weird accents. Like that one. Dun, 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 dun. Chump blocker. Alrighty then. We're gonna see if chump blocker fits. No, not the cactar passenger! Okay, chump. And then capital B. O. L. O. Do you have enough room? C. No, you do not have enough room. You had a bunch in your pocket? No, of course you did. So... yeah, I'm spelling blocker correctly. Chump bloquet. That was... what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 characters. Once again, people aren't following instructions. Why is my moderator not even following instructions? Too bad. You get to deal with chump bloquet. There you go. Chump bloquet. Looks like you and chump bloquet are off to a great start. Excellent. And then... ooh, training toys? Neat. I didn't know that was one of the things. Alright, bond with your spirits and use training toys, switch party members. Alright, let's have a look. So this is a level 5, that's an 8, that's a 7, that's a 6. (12, 17, and 10, 13, 10, and 8. Alright, I'm gonna swap you twos out. Sounds like cheese made from the milk of chumps. Chump bloquet. Look at this guy. Alright, let's give you a pet. Let's see if we can... there we go. There we go. You like that, don't you? There we go. And then if we go to menu, ability links, we can then... oh, we only have like 2 link points. This guy has 100. And 45, which is pretty good. So we can get the command confuse. Dark screen grants you the combat ability shown. 0 gravity. Opens once you link with the spirit 2 more times. All right, let's get dark screen. And then this is magic haste. Yeah, I wanna use this to upgrade stuff. All right, magic haste again. Magic boost. Drain drive. Confusion block. All right, cool. And then what does this guy give me? So this can give me item boost. HP boost. Yep, I'll enable that. Sleep block. And then open this link with this spirit 5 more times. Oh, once I do the link 5 more times, it unlocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Causes a reaction on the ability link block. Okay. Weird. All right, let me just pet this guy again. Let me get a few more points out of you. I want to get like a few points out of him, just so then that way I can at least get the first ability out of the way. Yeah. Change to Hydra. All right, let's see if that was enough to get a start of the link. Yes, it was. There we go. We now have fire. It's not every day you get to say you petted a chump block. Chump bloquet. Alrighty. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Ha.
Here we go. Here we go now. We've already seen this scene, so let's just skip it. Here we go now.
Yeah, 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 ha, hey, yeah, come on. Hey, yeah, oh, oh, ha. Yeah, hey, ha. Take this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ha. Ha. Yeah. Yeah, hey, ha! Fine! Hey, yeah, yeah! Ha! Yeah, yeah! Yeah, hey, ha! Yeah! Here, yeah! Oh! Take this! Hey, yeah, yeah! Oh, come on! Hey, ha! Yeah! Hey! Oh. Yeah, yeah, fine. Yeah, 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 yeah. Light.
Yay! Oh, never mind. They're just deciding to be cheats.
Here. Yeah. Oh, come on. Take this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, fine. Light. Yeah. Hey, ha, ha, ha. Take this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, ha, ha. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, ha, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, ha, ha.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ha, hey, yeah. 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 Heal.
Heal real quick. There we go. Got him. Deep free. I don't have deep freeze. We're just gonna have to make do without it. Also, I can close this. A list of materials needed to create a Zolophant. Cool.
I wonder if that guy is all right. What was it?
Quasimodo. Half form. Yay. Alright. Alright, let's see what this one is like. Borrow these spirits, they will return home after a certain amount of time. Sure. Rolling. Here we go.
Hey! Fire! Yeah! Light! Yeah! Ha! Yeah!
There we go. Chunk block is now level 6. Get ourselves a new,
Hey! Yeah! Hey! Yeah!
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I need to, change my, items. I have a new Keyblade, which is better than my existing Keyblade. And then I have a shit ton of new spells. Water Barrel, that lets you, in an underwater prize, underground. Training toy that lets you teach your spirits to catch 2 types of candy at once. Bat balloons around with your spirits. Boost any of your stats. Disposition, magic resistance, defense. Okay, so there's all kinds of candy and shit. I don't really have better forms or spells. Alright, hopefully he's over this way. Wrong thing.
Hey! Yeah! Hey! Hey! Light! Yeah! Take this! Yeah!
There we go. Hey, he's level 7 now.
Yeah!
Awesome. I should probably grind out in the early areas, quite frankly.
Yeah! Hey!
Might be good for me to grind after this stream.
Yeah!
Alrighty. Ooh, we got a chest. Cool. It's like the Norokini with... Yay, royal cake.
Yeah! Light! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Hey! Ha! Yeah! Hey!
There we go.
Hey! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! He's high! Take this!
Nope. Nope, never mind. Alright. Am I meant to go up the stairs, then? No. Okay. Track down Quasimodo in the cathedral. Oh, there's a door over there. Okay, cool.
Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah!
Up the stairs we go. Why not show us your royal cake? I'm a bit busy playing video games right now, furry cures. I have to play video games and be, you know, funny when I do so. Okay, did I... Yep, there it is. The bell tower? Hopefully this leads to the bell tower. Yes, this leads to the bell tower, where Quasimodo is going to have his little solo. Oh no, he probably already sang his solo about, you know, out there, because, you know, he was already down there as the King of Fools.
This is Big Marie.
Hello!
She likes you.
Looks like Quasi's gonna be just fine.
Indisputably.
He's tough, We may be hard as stone, but Quasi's stronger.
I know. Whoa! Talking gargoyles?
Excuse
I'm sorry, Sora, you've dealt with like crazier shit in your travels. How are talking gargoyles the weird part?
Forever.
No, I couldn't.
Oh yes, you have sanctuary.
But not freedom. Gypsies don't do well inside stone walls.
You helped me. Now, I will help you.
But there's no way out. There's soldiers at every door.
We won't use a door. It's all
He'll
right.
just parkour. Oh man, this movie was made before parkour was popularized.
Didn't expect that.
Oh my goodness. Imagine parkour people watching Quasimodo doing his shit. They would lose their marbles, wouldn't they?
He never leaves?
Oh, he's not allowed to leave. Judge Frollo forbids it.
Why?
Care to pull up a stool?
The short version is, Frollo thinks he's doing Quasi a favor by keeping folks from seeing that mug of his.
After a lifetime of watching from the nosebleed seats, Quasi just wanted to go to the Feast of Fools. And we're so proud of him for finally working up the courage to do it.
'Tis a shame those creatures dashed his hopes.
You should talk. When's the last time you looked in a mirror?
Well, you broke it.
Ah, a wise guy, eh?
Knock it off, you couple of blockheads! I just hope this one failure doesn't cause Quasi to give up. He was so close.
He can't let his heart be a prison. Don't worry. I'll go talk to him.
Yay!
Oh, my dear Quasimodo, you don't know what it's like out there. The world is cruel, and you are deformed and ugly. You will be shown little pity.
And these are crimes for which the world shows little pity. You are my only friend. Or no, I am your only friend.
Here.
Yep.
Remember, Quasimodo, this is your sanctuary.
Yes, Master.
And then he's just like, all my life I memorized their faces, knowing them as they would never know me. All my life I hide up here alone, hungry for the... What's the word he's looking for? Hungry for the... I'm trying to remember some of the words, because I've listened to Out There for like way too many times out of all the different Disney songs. It's like, because I remember some of the like words, like, you know, won't... It's just like, if I could just spend one day out there, won't resent, won't repent, I will cherish. Damn it, I wish I remembered the words. Do they expect me to be able to jump that high?
Yeah.
Oh, lol, just invisible wall there. Thanks. Parkour, parkour! Okay, never mind. Alright, find out where Quasimodo went. Okay, so we need to go back down the cathedral, wherever the F that door is. How do I lose a door? Oh, that's why. It's the wrong tower. The original two actors were... Oh, two of the gargoyles used the original actors? Hey, that's pretty decent. I don't know who the two would have been, to be honest with you. I don't keep up with actors too well.
yeah, ha, ha.
Yeah, break him.
Hey, ha, ja. Hey, yeah, ja. Ha, yeah, yeah. Ha, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ha, yeah, yeah, ja. Ha.
There we go.
Hey, yeah, 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 ha. Yeah. Yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go.
All right, let's try this. Ah, okay, so it's pushing on the left does the link thing, and pushing on the right does switching. That makes a little more sense. Okay, so really there's only one direction for Quasimodo to go. Hey, a chest! There we go, a potion.
Oh, hello again.
Hey, you lost your armor.
Hold it. You're that guy with Frollo.
Easy. I'm not looking for any sort of fight. Finally, someone sensible. I'm Phoebus. Tell me, is she still safe in the cathedral?
No.
If she is Esmeralda, then Quasimodo helped her escape.
Blast.
What's wrong?
It's Judge Frollo. He's obsessed with destroying the gypsies, and his mind is in a dark place.
Ooh, he's in a dark place. Who knew that a man judging other people would be speaking from a dark place?
He's found the Court of Miracles, the gypsies' haven within the city. Esmeralda and her
No, Phoebus, not fetus. Phoebus with a PH.
Quasimodo! Esmeralda's in trouble.
Where did she go?
I don't know. She vanished into the streets.
Thank you, Bone. It is Phoebus.
Gave me this pendant. Esmeralda said this would help us find her. When you wear this woven band, you hold the city in your hand. It's the city! It's a map, see? Here's the cathedral and the river. Go this way, cross the bridge, and the Court of Miracles!
Well done, Quasimodo.
Yeah, Quasi. Nice.
Yes. I'm going to save her.
And it's because of Quasimodo at this moment that he accidentally leads Judge Frollo to where the Court of Miracles is, which is a bit of a problem in the movie. Take out the 3 big flower dream eaters to get rid of the thorns. Cool.
Ha, hey, yeah. Yeah, hey, ha. Yeah, yeah, ha. Ha. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh.
Light. Hey, hey, ha. Yeah, ha, yeah.
All right, so that's some of the thorns out of the way.
Yeah, ha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah.
Hey, leveled up again.
There. Oh. Yeah. Hey.
I need to find... So we have all these weird daffodil things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. There was probably a better way to getting there, but let's pretend there wasn't. Let's see. Yep, there was definitely a better way. If you could, like, do it from here. And then you would have to be, like, going up and down places. Oh, another chest. Let's have a look what's in this one. I love how this game gives you, like, a traversals, like, method. And so you just end up doing whatever other kinds of traversals you want.
Hey, yeah, ha. Oh, light.
Hello.
Hello, Bone. Do you think Quasimodo has a huge shoes and other things? No, Quasimodo is deformed. I don't want to think about this kind of stuff. Also, cure. There we go. And then... where does this lead? Oh. Okay, and then... there we go. And then open this chest, giving us a refinement.
Masked Dog thinks you should do 15 squats.
15 squats. All right, give me a sec. I need to find the other bird thing. Ooh, another chest. Thank you. Ha! 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 Alright, fine. It's like a B or something, but I guess not, so I'm gonna do my 15 squats. Here we go. Sorry, just stretching a little bit. Here we go. You said after the fight? Oh, okay. Never mind then. You said after the fight. Sorry, I missed that message. Messages, you know, sometimes I have a difficult time. Ooh, hang on. Cool. Still doesn't help me. To be fair, I was able to make this traversal without you, so... like... unless there's a different segment you want me. There we go. Nothing here. See what the problem is when you have like a different traversal system is you will definitely have people figure out a means of getting to other places, you know, without using... It was a bitch to get used to? Yeah. So, because I think the thing that's getting me is not the traversal itself, but where you need to go, like, in this space. That's the thing that's getting me, because not everything... Oh, there we go.
Take this. Hey. Fine. Yeah. Light. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think that's the thing that's getting me, is just, you know, if they make areas big, then it's like, you know, you have to explore quite a bit, and because not everything spawns at once, you end up in these scenarios where you're just spending a lot of your time running around. All right, it's after the fight. I'm gonna do my 15 squats. Excuse me. All right, here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, just finished watching Dragon Age Absolution. Oh, I need to watch that as well at some point. I like Dragon Age. I need to catch up on that. Wait, Blue's wanting to pipe up about his thing. What's his thing? Oop. Okay, note to self, don't hit those.
Light. There. Heal. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
Haha, get fucked, cat.
Hey, ha. Ha. Ha.
Alright, that's everyone, I think. You're in the middle of building your Timur deck? Oh, wait, is Timur green, blue, red? Is that what Timur is? Borrow these spirits, they will return home after a certain time. Sure.
Ha. Hey, ha. Ha. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ha. Ha.
Oh.
Come on.
Blow off.
Hello. Hey, ha, yeah. There. Oh, ha, ha. Take time. Ha, ha. Hey, yeah, ha. Oh, yeah, yeah, ha.
There we go.
Yeah.
Jump, jump. Easy enough to do. Open this chest. We get another potion, which really doesn't help us.
Yeah, yeah, ha. Ha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ha, yeah. Hey. Ha, hey.
Hiya.
Yeah, yeah, ha.
A red paint gun. Okay.
Oh, fine. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ha. Oh, yeah.
Slowly but surely, I'm getting through this map. Okay, cool. So the red, green, blue is Timur. I call that like the earth colors just because that reminds me of like, you know, the basic elements. You know, fire, water, earth. It just reminds me of that whenever I see red, green, blue.
Yeah. Hey, ha. Hey, ha. Yeah. Ha.
Alrighty, so now we go this way.
Ha.
Into what looks to be just, you know, abandoned city shit. Bing, ding. Yep, just traversing through all this. Seriously, I couldn't have just done that, like, the entire way. I had to, like, hop off and hop back on. Alright, save this real quick. Thank you. Block at least 3 enemy attacks. Okay. How do I block?
Ha. Oh. Oh.
Oop. Wrong thing to block. That's one. Ow. I'll figure this out. It's just like a Dark Souls boss. You just need to figure out their patterns, and then you can, you know, do all the blocks and all that kind of shit, like, in time. I want the bonus. Oh my goodness, they don't really do a lot, do they? That's 2. Oh. All right, 1 more, and then I can just start wailing on them. Hey, there we go. All right, now I can start wailing on them.
Take this. Yeah, yeah, ha. Yeah, 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 ha. Yeah. Hey, ha, ha.
Gotcha. You hate those cats? I thought you liked cats, Code. What's this? Not all cats are good cats? Oh my goodness. It's as if they're just inferior to dogs, because all dogs are good. All dogs are good dogs. Thank you for scanning me there. Now, did it scan into my Discord is the next question. Yes, it did. Okay, so my quote system is uniquely a quote problem. Alrighty, this ways. Don't make me throw a cat at him. Oh, lol. As if you can get a cat thrown all the way to Queensland. Your best chance was when you were in the Gold Coast and you were not able to succeed. How was the Gold Coast, by the by? Was it fun? It sounded like you had fun. Jason told me you had fun. It was good? Cool. Awesome. Alright, where's the... There they are. Look, it's the doggo. There we go. Oh, let me just open up this chest real quick. Yep, open you. There we go. Roll here, jump here, hit this. Thwack. Oh, wait. Chest. Let me open the chest. Thank you. Alright, and then we go down in the hole. Not going during school holidays again, though? Yeah, no. The Gold Coast is a really big spot for schoolies, so, like, you're gonna be in for a bit of a hydrate? Okay. Let me just hydrate real quick. Thank you for the hydrate. Alright. Track down Esmeralda in the Court of Miracles. Cool. Let me just get this chest. What the? Your spirits seem to be onto something? Oh, hey! That's cool! I didn't know this was a thing. That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know, you know, traps could do that. But I see now that we have new problems on the horizon. Oh. Okay, thank goodness. There is no, There we go. You're out of the way. What's this? Oh, cool. A big chest. Bonk. Sleepra. Oh, cool. We got, like, the bigger variant of sleep. Alright, what does this do? Achieve victory in 20 seconds or less. Alrighty. And... there we go, and then... challenge complete! At the last second! Look at that! At the oh, you can't see it, but up in the top, there was like, challenge complete, 0 seconds. I did it in like 0 seconds remaining. And I got myself an ice cream cone for my troubles. Yay for me for getting an ice cream clone. Alright, what is... Alright, what does drop me not do? Where is it? No. Command X, edit. Can be used once to restore a small portion of the drop gauge and resets the drop speed. Oh, yeah, that's what it does. Well, why didn't it show it in my items? Alrighty, so we got a number of cool things we could be turning on. So we got Sleep Block turned on, and there's Slow and Poison, Confusion. Fully protects you from the sleep status. Oh, that's amazing. And then we got Screen, Leaf Bracer. Charges a link gauge if you and that spirit land your thingy at the same time. Ensure spirits always retain 1 MP after attacks that would otherwise finish them off, unless they are already down to 1 MP. Cool. Dink. Donk. Oh. Oh. Hang on, I gotta take on these things. Hold on a second, spirits. I need to defeat some of these guys. Alright, open this. There we go. In an unknown location. Oh, it's back out here. I don't think that's useful for me. There we go. They really didn't think this, like, traversal through. If I can just skip entire, like, you know, segments of difficulty by just simply wall jumping repeatedly. Like, granted, sometimes I will do it accidentally, but, I mean, what is the alternative? Hey, Sora's level 10 now. This should help us out. All right, hang on. Command deck. Edit the deck. I'm just gonna temporarily put the drop me not in there, because I imagine. Oh, that's not a little bit. That's a lot. That is a lot of drop me not that's cleared away. Jesus. That is very useful if I think I can, you know, get to the next segment. All right, let's have a look at my Link abilities. Let's have a look. Chump block. All right. Give me the HP boost. Give me the fire boost. Give me slow block. And give me magic haste. Damn, this is a really good spirit. All right. Now this guy grants me magic haste. And that grants me magic boost. That gives me drain drive. Once you link with this spirit, you know, 2 more times. And then once you link with this spirit 2 more times. Oh, so like link as in attack link, not, you know. All right. Click away. There we go. And then This guy, 100 points. Grab Time Bomb. Reaches level 10, which he is at. Hi there, Hawaiian Pizza. Welcome to the stream. It's 8 p.m., so I've been streaming for a little over 2 hours now. We're just going through more of this. Grants me attack haste. Excellent. All right, let's have a look at the option key. Edit the deck. I can't really do any changes there. But yeah, I've got zero gravity. I've got a whole ton of things. What's Drain Drive? Creates a shockwave that will drain HP from surrounding ground-based foes. Turn nearby into ticking time bombs. When they go off, they will damage surrounding enemies. Okay, cool. Coolie, 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 coolies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lol.
Yeah.
Open this. Alright, do they sense anything nearby? No, not really. So it looks like I do have to go down here.
Ha. Ha. Come on. Hey, yeah, yeah. Come on. Ha, yeah, yeah. Hey.
There we go.
Oh. Ha.
I'm just streaking through all this, aren't I?
Take that. There. Ha, yeah, ha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, ha, ha. Yeah. Yeah, ha. Ha.
You get a speed boost as well when you do this. Like, look at that. I'm glad that he hasn't acknowledged the fact that you've dropped a Hawaiian pizza into the chat. Alright, let's break this thing. Hey, another big chest. Toximander. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. Alrighty, and then...
Hey, yeah, yeah. Oh. Yeah, 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 ha. Ha. There. Yeah, yeah. Light. Heal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Together. Come on.
Yeah, that was cool.
Ha, ha, yeah, ha.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, it's the Court of Miracles. Save here real fast. And that's a shop, which really is not all that useful for me. Block at least 3 enemy attacks. Yep, let's give this a try.
Hey! Ha! Yeah! Oh! 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 Yeah! Yeah! Ha!
Come on, hit me.
Yeah!
Oh, they put ice physics in this one?
Oh! Ha!
Alright, that's 1.
Oh!
That's 2.
Ha! Yeah!
That's 3. Alright, now we can get done with the rest of them. I was worried for a second.
Ha! Ha! Oh! Yeah! Hey! Yeah! 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 Oh! 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 Hey! Yeah!
I'm glad there's no time limit on trying to block them either. It's just like, oh, you either have a time limit or you complete, like, these sets of tasks. It's like, excellent. It's not both. Dead. Dunners. Dream Eaters. Eaten. Absolute decimated. And I got myself a royal cake for that. You're off to bed? Not to worry, Sky. Thank you so much for coming along to the stream. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a good sleeps and you have sweet dreams. Ooh, hang on. Yeah. Peace and good night. Not to worry. You have a good night too. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Alrighty.
Quasimodo? What are you doing here?
Phoebus and I came to warn you. Frollo's on his way.
Take what you can and flee.
Well done, Captain Phoebus. Thankfully, you are every bit as predictable as I had hoped. Dear Quasimodo, I always knew you would someday be of use to me. I have you at last, you witch. There'll be a bonfire in the square.
Yeah, you're just really creepy,
Please,
Frollo.
Huh.
Frollo, I won't let you do this. No! Quasimodo? Esmeralda! Phoebus! He's taking her to a bonfire in the square. I gotta hurry.
I wonder what it would be like to just have, like, my feet up on the chat.
Esmeralda!
Like, just, you know, leaning back and then just having my legs. Oh, wow, we just skipped, like, you know, quite a big part of the lead up to this part. Man, we got here real quick. Also, it should be a lot darker outside. It shouldn't just be red and then blue. This is like nighttime. That's why, you know, the fire and such like that is like red during the dark, because that's like the source of light, not the, you know, everything else. Dun, 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 dun. Hardcore parkour!
Sanctuary!
Yeah, that doesn't have quite the same effect as, you know, when he says it with the music. Like, the movie's better with the crazy music they had alongside with it. Oh, hey, it's another, bat, boss. I swear we've already went against this one. Oh, wait, no, ours was a jack-in-the-box. Like, it was a baboon jack-in-the-box. This one's just a bat with gauntlets. The Wargoyle.
Hey, ha! Take this! Yeah, ha! Yeah! Hey! Yeah! Hey! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Fine! Hey! Yeah! Ha! Light! Yeah! Heal! Yeah! Yeah! Hey! Ha! Hey! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Hey, yeah, yeah! Together! Come on!
Oh, I like pointed in the exact wrong direction.
Hey, ha, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah! Yeah, hey! Yeah, yeah! Heal! Yeah, hey, there!
Got him! Man, what an idiot. Just pushing himself against the wall like that.
I should have known you'd risk your life to save that gypsy witch. Just as your own mother died in her pitiful attempt to save you.
Yeah, to be fair, like, you didn't really give her much of a choice. You literally tried to steal her baby, and then just kicked her down the stairs.
Hold on! Hold on!
And he shall smite the wicked and plunge them into the fiery pit forever!
Oh yeah, he looked demented when he said that in the film. This one, not so much. And then that's obviously like him with an illusion of thinking that, you know, this is his thing. It's interesting to have the visual of, like, you know, the gargoyle, which looks very demon-esque, you know, roaring at him, and basically all looking like like the demon itself is sending Frollo to hell. Looked really cool. He's fucking dead? Yeah, no, he fell into a fiery pit just as he prophesied. The judge was like, ah, yes, let the wicked fall in a fiery pit. And then, surprise, Frollo dies in a fiery pit because he was wicked. Goblin bombardment? No, not goblin bombardment. Not this MTG shit, it Blue. He was playing oh, actually, Blue, honest question. Can you play MTG games on Tabletop Simulator, like, while streaming, and is that any issue? Or does MTG have an issue when you're streaming Magic the Gathering games in Tabletop Sim?
Quasimodo, you can't let your heart be...
I know. I can't blame Frollo for putting walls around me. It wasn't the walls that were holding me back.
People stream it fine on Twitch? Oh, okay, that's cool.
But my heart is free now. I'm ready to really see what's out there.
All that time, Quasimodo let himself be trapped inside the nightmares Frollo gave him.
You probably want to get an EDH table and tabletop to make it easy. Oh, Blue, have you not seen... Blue, have you not been seeing the last few times I've been playing Commander games? I have been able to do it on the Tabletop Simulator thanks to a guy named Coach. Actually, you know what? I think I can give them a shout out. I just need to remember their name. Shout out Coach. What is their what's their name? Hang on a second. It is why am I following so many people? I probably don't need to follow this many people. You know what? Fuck it. I can't find Coach, but I can find their BF, who is the actual person that, you know, led me to the tabletop sim thingy-majiggy. Leppy the Bear. There we go. Look, it's hard remembering names, okay? And I've got too many names. There's a few people online right now, like Gwillem, Kusaki, Anmez, Dazzy, Inverted Bolt, Diffuse, Doig Swith, Gunilla, Spacine, Biff the Moose, Cosmic Wolf, Space Nebula Studios, Rumon Gray, the Alcaris, Tarn Crimson, Miss Jackie, Carl, Velveta Star, Bajo, Nati Beak, Fweemdom Studios, Carney Art, Make Us DJs, Renslayer, Fat Boy 1, Sashera, Kusalite, Barley the Burr, Squirrel Girl DGT, Generous Panda, I Like Butts, Archelago, Juiceps, Big Sergal, Lino Yeen, Purple Dragon Ray, Hey Nora Nora, Ali's Corner, Doppels, Velk Terum, Straw Bee Cat, A Coco Art, Hoppy Wolf, Yislith, Laram Star, Black Blood Queen, Kajiru, Draw for Coffee, Greeny Pika, Scandian, Leppy the Bear, Jushy Art, They Call Him Cake, Yoke the Yeen, Himbo Bangings, Ware Barista, Vastar Plus, Canadian Dragon, The Archangel, Tiefling Melissa, Gore Phlegm, and Roomba Kittens. There's a lot of people. Is this roll call for chat? No, this is just like, oh wait, there's more people I followed. Hold on a sec. After Roomba Kittens, there is Nuke Kitty, Prex Purge, Zephyzus, Aussie Griff, Nakey Jakey, Danny Serpentine, Radium Desu, a JDNA, Joel, Nanook, Mama Buns, Morse Amalgam, Chase Desu, Simon Red, Peachy Bee, Burbloom, Birdtooth Studios, Yellow Freak, Zuka, Panthera Plays 1. Well, technically it doesn't really stream, but Joy Life Art, Alvirus, Under the Red Moon, Tibbyger. Where the fuck? Hey, there's Blue. Blue Foxy Icy. There you go. All right, now that I've done that nonsense.
You are the one who has made your heart a prison.
Oh, this guy.
What are you talking about?
Even if you are not the prisoner.
What the I don't remember Vanitas looking like that, but to be real, most of the Sora lookalikes in this game are very Sora lookalike.
My heart's a prison?
Yep. Let's view Birth by Sleep. Master Xehanort has decided to abandon his pupil Ventus on the Destiny Islands. The boy's heart was fractured useless, but his heart was saved when a new heart found Ventus and helped him fill the void. Several years pass, and Ventus forgot what had happened. He had found a new home in the land of departure, a sacred ground defended by a long line of Keyblade masters. There, he met two other youths named Aqua and Terra, Cookie for Sir Dragon. And together, they trained with Master Eriquus to become Keyblade Masters. Both Aqua and Terra should have been named Keyblade Masters, but Master Xehanort intervened, convincing Eriquus to test his pupils with a Mark of Mastery examination. While Aqua passed the test, Terra did not, creating a rift between him and his friends. Shortly after came tidings of Unversed, strange creatures that thrived on negativity, and Master Xehanort had broken off all communication. Terra left to solve both mysteries. Ventus ran away to be with his friend. As for Aqua, Eriquus tasked her with keeping Terra under surveillance and bringing Ventus home as soon as possible. Thus, their journey began. Wait, we played this video game, didn't we? During the... We saw Mickey, and then there's other trainees. You reunited in the Radiant Garden. Aqua was left to deal with a mixture of guilt, concern, and love. Guided by fate, perhaps Terra arrived at the Destiny Island, met Riku. He decided to bequeath the power of the Keyblade to this little boy, who reminded him so much of himself. Shortly time after, Aqua visited these same islands, discovered what Terra had done. She, too, found a kindred spirit in Riku's friend Sora, and told the boys to stick by his friend and guide him even through the darkness of times. Ventus had made a discovery of his own. While rescuing Mickey, he was confronted by Master Xehanort and learned of his connection to a weapon called the Keyblade. Ventus returned to Master Iroquois in search of hope for Terra. Watching how his new mentor struck the weakened Iroquois down. He had been fooled. Terra tried to move Ventus someplace safe, the Destiny Islands, but Venitus, the boy with the mask, was already there. Join with me. Become the X-Blade, he said, and then Ventus remembered the truth. Venitus was a part of him, the darkness which had been extracted from his heart. Led by Destiny, Terra, Ventus, and Aqua assembled in the Keyblade graveyard. In the distance, Master Xehanort and Venitus appeared. A violent clash ensued, and at the end of it, Terra's body was possessed by Xehanort. Ventus, having been forced into a clash with his counterparts Venitus, chose the destruction of them both to prevent the Keyblade from being forged. In the aftermath, Mickey was able to rescue Aqua and Ventus, but Ventus would not wake, and Terra was nowhere to be found. Aqua's journey was not over. Aqua recalled her master's teaching. After finding a safe place for Ventus to rest, she locked the land of departure, which would eventually become to be known as Castle Oblivion. Ventus's heart has been nearly snuffed out, so he retreated to the safety of Sora's heart, the same new heart that had saved him once before. Aqua found and confronted Xehanort, who had possessed Terra's body. After a long fight, Aqua dove into the darkness and sacrificed herself to usher Terra back to the realm of light. Aqua wandered the realm of darkness for a decade before meeting a stranger there. This stranger told her about a certain boy who had become the savior of all worlds. When Aqua heard the boy's name, tears filled her eyes, and her face beamed with hope. Cool. Really complex. Alright, so that was level 12. So we've both done the dive here, and I've at least completed it for Sora. So this is level 12, that's level 18. So the next one would be the grid for Sora. I see, turn 1 Soul Ring Andy. Ready, set, dive. I really don't want to deal with this. I really am not a fan of, you know, mini boss fights like these. Just let me get to the new world map. Like, oh, okay, so I can do a drop. So then that way I can change the characters here. Yep, so the droplets do that. I get 3 lucky items, giving me 169 points. Drop accelerator, attack gain, magic gain. After to do an aerial recovery. Yeah, sure. Let's do all those things. If an enemy attack sends you flying, you can get back into the action with an aerial recovery after users sent flying. Yep, sounds good to me. Sounds okay to me. Also, hi there. Alright, hello. Let's try and fight you again. Because, you know, that's probably not what we need to do, but I'm gonna try anyway. Take out the Dream Eaters. Oh, he has a lot of health. I wasn't expecting that much health.
Take this! Fire!
Is he healing right now or something crazy like that? He might be healing from these things. Stop it.
Fire! Yeah! Steel! Thunder! Yeah! 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 Take this!
Wasn't expecting him to have this much health, quite honestly. Oh, he just hops away? Okay, fuck you then. Alright. Find Frollo in the outskirts of the city. Oh, okay.
You're done!
Alrighty, so we're heading to the outskirts. But we're gonna do some, you know, funny little...
Take this!
Gotta do some funny combat. Get some dreams in us. Also, why is my drop so high? Jesus. I thought I got the thing that reduced my drop. What the hell is this? Yeah, I'm gonna ignore all you guys. I have a mission to get to. Yep, so there's only really one way in or out, so... Ooh, a chest. Hut, hip, hip, hip.
Thunder! Yeah! Ha! Take this!
There we go. And we get ourselves another potion. Slide. Oh my god, Riku is not even level 10. This is terrible news. He should not be this low. Alright, out into the outskirts we go.
A Dream Eater. And a big one. What?
Oh, time to run. We're not gonna be standing on a bridge on fire.
I gotta run for it.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
You're done! Yeah! Yeah! Ha!
Yeah, just a moment of reprieve as I, you know.
Yeah!
Am I? Yep, I was going the wrong way. Let's try this again. Yep, skip all this.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
There we go. Easy. Probably wasn't meant to be that easy, but it was that easy anyway. Smash your way through things. Not necessary. I can just, you know, run. 1, 2, 3. Ow. There we go. And into the graves. Unless we fight him at the graves.
Captain Phoebus.
I will not. What have these people done wrong?
I have proof this family gave harbor to gypsies.
That's not a crime.
I can think of few crimes that are greater.
Oh, can you now?
What demon is this?
Oh, you are mistaken, Captain Phoebus. This is no demon. It is righteous judgment.
I'm sorry, but are you seeing how flamboyant it is? That's more demon than angelic. Angels have, like, no sense of, like, you know, design or color direction. They make people bleed because of just how righteous fury their look is. This is just, you know, colorful.
Dare you? I am a virtuous man. Good and evil shall be made plain. Once the gypsies face the fires of judgment.
Not good. Not good at all.
No, you don't!
Yep, you got fucking whacked.
You alright?
Well, I can't say you didn't warn me.
You should take it easy. I'll deal with Frollo.
Thanks.
Yeah, but we first have to deal with that Dream Eater.
It's embarrassing having to rely on a kid.
You wouldn't be the first. Sorry.
I'll admit, you look more capable than me right now. All right, be careful. It looks like that creature is heading for the cathedral.
Okay, got it.
Yay, we're making our way to the... Hey, Sonic Impact! That's good. Press when sliding to air slide and then move through the air at high speeds. If you have Sonic Impact, you can press square while air sliding to gain a second burst of speed. Dark Obsession. What's this like?
You've come to Paris in her darkest hour, Captain. It will
Have
take a
you
firm
now?
hand to save the weak-minded from being so easily misled.
No, it won't.
Misled? Sir?
For 20 years, I have been taking care of the gypsies. And yet, for all my success, they have thrived. I believe they have a safe haven within the walls of this very city.
What are we going to do about it, sir?
Stamp them out, one by one.
You make your point quite vividly, sir.
Alrighty. Now we have to head back to the square. Let me just save this real quick, so then that way it's there. Oh my goodness. Riku is only level 8. This goes to show I'm not like, other than the Birth by Sleep game, I have not done, like, video games that are like, oh, this is fun with multiple playthroughs. That's a very rare thing for me to do. Yep.
Thunder!
This is kind of cool. Whee! That was cool. Sliding Crescent. Command lets you transition from slide commands performed with square into combo attacks. Sliding Sidewinder and Sliding Crescent must be installed underneath the sliding command. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Fire. Yeah. 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 Ha. Take this. Ha. Heal. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is my cure increasing my,
Yeah. Yeah.
or decreasing? Hang on. No, it's not. It's still decreasing. I thought my drop rate was like kind of recovered a little bit because of cure, but I guess it didn't. Also, I should probably update the command deck just a little bit. So I now have Sonic Impact, and then from Sliding Crescent, I can add in like other things. And then, all right, I can change from Sleep to Sleepra. Can I change Thunder into anything better? Sends foe into drift for continual damage, hitting foes to confuse them. Yep, let's go with that one. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's do the... Ooh, a chest.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. 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 Ha. Take this.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Block at least 3 attacks. Yep, I should be able to do that. Oh, these big fellas.
Heal.
Oh my goodness, you just instantly get so many blocks with that. Absolutely love it. Excellent. Well, now I don't have to worry about that. Done. Oh my goodness, that was such a good attack to block. Because it just had, like, you know, repeatedly all these attacks technically, and I just blocked every single one of them. Oh, that must be a record in terms of speed with like non-time-based sort of stuff. And I got a block it chocolate. And some confetti. Another chest.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Ha. Take this. Ha. Yeah.
Alrighty, we got not a lot of time to get back to the cathedral now. I gotta... Oh wait, what am I doing? I can just go to my command deck, edit the... I'm just gonna quickly edit the cure command to the drop me not.
Yeah.
There we go. And that, you know, gives me like a lot of... That gives me a lot of leeway, and now I can put that back to cure. Oh, I'm such a genius. Alright, let's have a look at the spirits, and let's have a look at the ability links I can unlock. So you're at 100. Grants you fire screen. Once you link with the spirit 3 more times. Oh, okay. Combo plus. Defense boost. Attack boost. Let's go with attack boost. And then this guy has 100 points. Magic boost, magic haste. Once you link one more time. Okay. And then this one is link with the spirit, confusing strike, dark screen, magic haste. Let's go with magic boost then. And then this guy, I haven't really done a lot, but hopefully that will be nice. All right, there we go. Leaf bracer, cool. And then that's 44 points. Change party. Alright, we can change you to the buffer. And then... Dink dink, ability links on you. Oh, you don't have that much in terms of ability links. My mistake. Thought you had abilities. But I guess not. Alright, so right now I've got 2 HP boosts going in, a fire boost, item, and haste. 2 magic haste, which means I reload quicker on the magic stuff. Attack boost, which increases my physical attack, as well as the magic boost thingamajiggy has happened. And I've got a few blockers for slow and sleep, which is pretty good. Let's see if I can get... There we go. And sliding. There we go. Plenty of blocks there. Hey, Riku is now level 10. About time. Healing. Alright, what's this thing? Pull off at least 3 flow motion attacks. Easy. 1.
Sorry. Sorry. Take this.
Gotcha. Absolutely killing it right now. Just an absolute fucking baller bomb at this right now. And I get myself a shield cookie. Cool. There we go. Gotta do the link things as often as I can. I need to remember. That way it gets, you know... There we go. Alright, cool. Ooh, a chest! Can't believe I missed this one. Oh, confetti candy. Not really all that great, to be real with you. Another dream fragment. There we go. Get some monies while we're at it. Alrighty. We are running. Whee! What are you doing all the way up there? No thanks. We're not dealing with, like, chumps that decide to run all the way out there. No, not return to title. We go from level 8 to level 10 in, like, you know, no time whatsoever, and we got all the monies we could want. Let's fucking do this. Let's fucking go.
Is she going to be all right?
I'm fine. Thanks to Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. Where did the creature go?
Who knows?
It's up there.
Oh. It's right there. Cool.
Wait. Wait, I'll go with you.
Thanks, but stay with her.
We are a teenager boy. We can do our own thing. Don't you worry.
Quasimodo. Did your heart have the answer?
No idea. Alrighty. I'm guessing, yep, we have to, you know, run our way up to the roof. Or we fight it here.
Well, I guess you three got this covered.
It was
Kind
a walk
of.
in the park.
How would you know? You don't have any legs.
Yeah,
It's a figure of speech.
Oh, give me a break. It's just a figure of speech.
Yep,
Both of you
that.
pipe down and get ready, because here comes some more.
It's just, you know, silly doggos. We can take care of them. It's just the doggos. Let's go. We can do this. We can do this, chat. Oh, wrong way. This way. We just gotta do front. We just gotta be front flipping our way there.
Yes, let it burn. The flames will consume everything. You see? This is the power that has been granted to me.
I see a sad old man with a dark heart.
Ooh. Not really.
Judged, just like the rest.
All right, let's fight this flamboyant bat.
Judgment is mine.
Fuck you. I'm guessing this is like two alternative timelines that was going off right now in the dream drop distance.
You're Ansem. Why are you here?
Oh, and the other Ansem.
Your best friend is never far.
So sad. The cost of yielding to the darkness.
You could write a book about that.
But I embrace the darkness. And unless you hurry up and learn to do the same, your story will end just like his.
I walk the road to dawn.
Still afraid of the dark, I see.
I will be honest, I do confuse Ansem for Xehanort and the other way around time and time again. It probably would help if I could tell the difference between Ansem and Xehanort, but I keep forgetting.
He thinks I'm afraid of the dark? No. Not while I have the Keyblade. It will guide me to the light.
Let's go. Alrighty, we can take this thing off. Leap off the cathedral and you can ride the heat blasts. Oh my god. Riding the heat blast. Yeah, it makes total sense. Thank you, game. Reality shift. Here we go. I don't know what's going on. What is all this?
Take this! Fire!
Got him. I don't fully understand how I got him, but I defeated the boss. It made little sense to me, but I think I got it. I think I got it. Stretching. Here we go. Hey, Kingdom Hearts. All right, let's have a look at this. Sora, Riku, and Kari had always dreamed of the outside world on the planet Destiny Islands. The three friends began building a raft. One day, a stranger in a brown robe confronted the world as being connected. That night, the islands were hit by a storm, engulfed by darkness, found itself in possession of a mysterious Keyblade, separated from Riku and Kairi. Other worlds had met the same fate, and more would. Meanwhile, the king of Disney Castle had gone missing. Donald and Goofy set out to find someone with a key, just as their liege's farewell letter as instructed. Awoke in a place called Traverse Town, and it was there he learned what was expected of a Keyblade wielder. He joined forces with Donald and Goofy, and the trio continued their search for Riku, Kairi, and King Mickey. Each world they visited had revealed a keyhole which led to the heart of each world, and creatures called Heartless, manifestations of the darkness within us. They were trying to get on at it. With Keyblade in hand, Sora took down the Heartless. Yep, cool. Manipulating the Heartless were Maleficent and her League of Villains. Maleficent had tricked Riku into helping her gather the pure hearts of 7 princesses who would grant her dominion over all worlds. By the time Sora caught up with Riku in Hollow Bastion, his friend had succumbed to darkness, but a good thrashing only made things worse. The defeated Riku was possessed by Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness. Sora defeated Maleficent, found himself face to face with this greater threat. Ansem was trying to complete the keyhole to a doorway that lead to the heart of all worlds, Kingdom Hearts. After discovering Kairi's heart was inside him, Sora tried to release her and turned into a Heartless, but the light in Kairi's heart changed him back. Sora knew he had to close the final keyhole. As a parting gift, Kairi gave him a good luck charm made of thalassa shells to ensure a safe voyage. Sora promised he would return someday, then set off. He followed Ansem all the way to the heart of the darkness that has swallowed the worlds and defeated him, but Kingdom Hearts had already been opened. Sora was able to close the door again with the help of Riku and King Mickey, who stayed trapped in the realm of darkness on the other side. Sora decided not to return to his homeworld and began a new journey with Goofy and Donald to find Riku and the King. Cool. All right, so that was Ansem, but I'm pretty sure that was like the Heartless Ansem, not like Ansem.
Bell tower, but the real walls were the ones I built around my heart. You helped me see that, Riku.
Although to be fair, like there were literal walls.
From personal experience.
I'd say you still keep a lot locked inside.
We all do that sometimes. There are just some things we need to keep separate from the world at large. At least until we have time to figure them out.
Sorry, I'm just like picking at my fingers right now. Yep, so that's Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and he was a Heartless version of Ansem. So then there was a nobody version of Ansem. And then we have Xehanort. But for some reason I thought Xehanort was Ansem, but I think I'm completely wrong. No, Ansem was a pupil of Xehanort? No, I might be wrong again. I'm definitely gonna need to, like, you know, refresh my knowledge by the time I get to Kingdom Hearts 3, or I just keep reading all this stuff and it explains it to me. A Keyblade with long reach that provides an extra boost in magic. Awesome.
Hey, Axel, you haven't forgotten. What? You made us a promise.
Oh, hey, it's,
that you'd always be there.
Roxas.
To bring us back.
Yeah.
Got it memorized?
Best friends forever.
Okay, I don't know why I got... Oh!
Wait.
Oh, okay.
What happened to me? Roxas. That's me.
And then there's all these, like, hearts in there. Oh, and then there's...
Alias. Heaven. Yunzo.
The fuck? So wait, are you still Axel, or are you, the other guy?
We're people again.
Like Ale, where you're like a person.
But only the ones who joined the organization here. I guess Xehanort doesn't count. But where are Braig and... Isa?
Okay, I definitely need to read this one. Roxas first became part of the... He spent his days on missions collecting hearts and befriending other members. Axel, when was sent to Castle Binion on a pistol mission, teamed up with the organization's new 14th member, Zion, who really was just, you know... once he returned, Roxas, Zion developed a routine of avenging each busy day by taking ice cream atop the Twilight Town clock tower. They talked about work, friendship, their memories, and the meaning of a heart. One day, Zion was ordered to dispatch an imposter Riku, who had donned the organization's robes to protect Sora. But Zion was overpowered and told her Keyblade was a sham. After failing a second mission, she slipped into a coma. Zion finally awoke. Roxas's daily routine resumed a kind of normalcy, but something in his friend had changed. Slowly, Zion began to question her own existence. On day 255, Zion visited Castle Obliv and discovered what she was. Roxas waited for Zion at the clock tower, but she never came. The next day, he learned she had deserted the organization. Roxas tracks her down, convinces her to return. Zion draws her Keyblade. It was only once Axel appeared there, he and Roxas were able to bring her back by force. After learning some of the truth about Zion, Roxas found his own existence thrown into question. He lost faith in Axel and the organization, who had kept so much hidden from him, and decided to run away. Meanwhile, Zion had, tracked down a girl named Namune and decided to return her share of Sora's memories to their owner. Axel hunted her down and made a double-edged promise. Keep running, I'll always be there to bring you back. After barely managing to keep that promise, Axel collapsed. Zanmis, the organization's leader, took Zion away. Aimlessly, Roxas found himself wandering towards the clock tower. There, Zion revealed herself to be not a her at all, but a faceless puppet that the organization had created as a cage for Sora's memories. The last of those memories were inside Roxas, Sora's nobody, and she would have to take them from him to become a complete Sora replica. Yep, so this is the female Zora, and Roxas was the nobody with the memories. The two fought. Zion got her wish. She was defeated. As the memories that made her up returned to Sora, she ceased to exist and vanished from all the minds of all who knew her. Confused and angry, Roxas decided to challenge Zamnis and the organization, free the hearts they had collected, and destroy Kingdom Hearts. But Roxas was not strong enough to win, and if he fell here, Sora would never awaken, so Riku confronted him. In his mind, Riku heard the last wish of a girl whose name he could no longer remember, to stop Roxas. He nearly failed and had to allow the darkness in his heart to take over before he was able to subdue Roxas. The boy named Roxas woke up in his room in Twilight Town after having another strange dream. Excited, he ran off to meet his friends at their usual spot. Only 7 days of summer left. Okay, so the end of, 358 divided by 2 is when Kingdom Hearts 2 starts. Yay, we got that done. So yeah, we got both of those done now, and now we gotta try and get to the grid via the dive. Ready, set, dive. Grab 1 prize point before time runs out. Ow. Fuck you. Wait, what? Am I not supposed to go through those things? Nope. 15, 14, 13, 12. There we go. Oh, thank goodness. This one was a fine one. Bronze only. Oh, boy. Yay, we're in Tron's universe. I like that, like...
clothes. Is this world special?
They should all be special, but I guess, you know, whatever.
Let's see how this plays out.
We should be able to take these guys on.
Another stray.
Are you?
Oh, that doesn't look,
looks that way.
you know.
Name's Sam.
This is reminding me of, like, you know, when we were on the Pirates of the Caribbean island. I was expecting more, you know, Tron movie, not Tron Legacy movie. I thought we were gonna get, you know, the earlier Tron film, not the modern one. But, okay. I was fine with the earlier Tron, because it was like, you know, they had, like, the flat face, and it was, like, programs and everything. That one was, like, you know, I don't know. Sometimes you just get hit with Uncanny Valley stuff.
Only a precious few are granted light cycle battle privileges.
Weird. Alright. Oh my god, he's so short compared to him. I forgot.
You gonna explain why it's so lucky?
I'll show you.
How hard can it be?
Like riding a bike. It is cool seeing it, like, you know, construct and such. That was pretty awesome. Use light cycle ribbons and projectiles to de-res your as you complete the objective. Press square to switch between your ribbon and projectiles. Alright. One, go. There we go. How many times do I have to defeat these peeps? There we go. Come on, let's be over with this. Yep, you're gone. You're gone. Reum. 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 Oh my god, the light rail is like just so much better. Yeah, I'm hitting you for faster than you're hitting me. Come on, there we go. And that's you dead.
I think I've had enough entertainment for one day.
Excellent work. Let's keep going. Still need to figure out a way to like get Sora into this world soon.
Riku! You made it. You escaped from the games.
How did we share names earlier?
No way off the grid. Want to come with?
Sure. It would be very helpful.
You go ahead. Wait, what's the way out? Through the portal. Portal? Yeah.
Just, you know,
It's like a gate that
beyond
opened
the
when I
city.
came here. Once I'm back in the real world, I can delete Clue. And then my dad will be able to come home. Your dad? He vanished 20 years ago when he came here to the grid. But because he needed to protect his disc from Clue, he went into hiding. He's been trapped there ever since.
Ah.
But I'm gonna change that.
I see.
Ugh. Nick.
Sam.
There we go.
You mind if I go with you after all? To the portal?
Sure. I'll take what help I can get. But first there's somebody I need to meet. He's in the city.
Oh yeah, the Cypher, whatever the guy is. Like press the buttons next to the codes. Press the buttons next to the glowing words to trigger the word. Manipulate your foes, manipulate the environment. Each code has different things. Hi there, Thorin. Welcome to the stream. And this is... Hopefully you're doing okay. How are things?
But I couldn't get to the portal. It uses massive power and it can't stay open forever. And like a safe, it can only be open from the outside.
Give you a quick shout out.
It closed on me, Sam.
Overwatch 2, awesome.
That's why I never came home.
So the portal, it activated when I came in. So it's open now.
Not for long. Only 1 millicycle. About 8 hours.
So we go now. We go home. We make a run for it. We get you
Sam,
out of here.
Don't rush.
What do you mean, don't rush? The portal's gonna close.
My disc is everything, Sam. It's the master key. The golden ticket. The way out. And not just for me.
What do you mean?
Our worlds are more connected than anyone knows. Clue figures if I can be in...
He can be out?
With my disc, it's possible.
And then what?
Game over. Guy doesn't dig imperfection. What's more imperfect than our world? I can't let that happen. I won't.
So what do we do? Nothing?
Something.
It's amazing how productive doing nothing can be. Clue is planning something. We've known that for a while. It's his game now. The only way to win is not to play.
Yeah, well, that's a hell of a way to live.
but it is a way.
Why is this being told? Because it like explains like Sora and Riku.
That's great,
like
Dad.
it's sort of a transition point between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3. And what's more, like some of the mementos I'm getting are like giving me refreshers of the different games, which are actually really helpful. So that's been rather nice. All right, ding, save. I've not gone too far into this game, I will be real with you. It sets up for 3. Awesome, cool. So I was correct on that one. Alrighty. Excuse me. It is beyond 9 p.m. at this point. I am going to actually have to start thinking about, you know, ending the stream and going for a raid. Hey, so actually, hang on. I need to like properly close out the Steam or the PlayStation thingy-majiggy. So yeah, that went fairly well, and I'm glad that the new HDMI splitter didn't do like any crazy problems for me personally. The only thing I need to figure out is why StreamerBot's little Discord thingy isn't working. So that's one thing I need to do. I think it might be because like the webhook might be broken, because I don't have any like good way of sending the quote like with while escaping characters and such like that. I think that might be the problem, and that's going to be a bit of a tricky one to fix, honestly. So, but that's going to be something to do in my time, and I'll just, you know, trial and error trying to get it working, what have you. We'll be back on again for Wednesday night. It's definitely going to be more Kingdom Hearts nonsense, because there's nothing else in my backlog or brand new game that I want to pick up on just yet. I think Dead Space's remake comes out like, you know, January 27th. I think it comes out around there. It comes out like after Australia Day and such. And then that one I definitely do want to play, I will be real with you. Hang on a second. I'm not like facing forward. What the hell is with this? Boop. There we go. All right, facing forward now. So yeah, so that's one of the things I'm going to be wanting to do. The other thing, I will do like a proper tweet and have like a little panel and such like that, is the balloons spell out busted. Lamau? What balloons? Oh, you're probably meaning like a different balloon. But yeah, so there's the question about my fursuit head IRL stream, which I am going to make next Friday. I shouldn't have any plans next week, so I should be able to do it next Friday, because Thursday is Australia Day. Everyone's going to be having a break and such like that. I personally want to use that as a break. So I'm going to put down for next Friday is going to be my fursuit stream. So that's where I'm going to be wearing the fursuit head, and I'm thinking of playing party games. So I'm going to sort of invite some peeps of like, from different community, like from different streams and such like that, and be like, oh, hey, do you like have time to, you know, do a party game or something like that? So then that way I'm not on my own, because, you know, it would be a little bit awkward if I did like the fursuit head like stream and it was like a party game and something, and I was like the only one. It would be a little bit meh. Handsome Miss Zeebs, thank you. All right, I need to find someone for you guys to raid. Is there an advertisement in progress? Damn it, there was an advertisement in progress. All right, let me just like reiterate. So Friday, so not this Friday, next Friday will be a fursuit stream. I will do like a little panel thingy-majiggy to like announce that. So then that way, there's like a tweet about it, and then I'll put it in my Twitch schedule. I'll mention it in my Discords. I'll try and make it like very apparent that I'm doing this thing next week. I'm probably going to be playing either Mario Kart or Mario Party Superstars, something like some sort of party game. Most likely Mario Kart. I think a lot of people like Mario Kart, and it's one of those ones where if you're friends with peeps on the Nintendo Switch thingy-majiggy, then you're able to like join in on the games and such. Now that I've got that out of the way, we are going to need to go and raid into someone. And I kind of have a good idea who I want to raid into. I haven't raided into them before, but their name is Ahmed's. They're going through like a birthday stream right now, so this should be rather fun. So we're just gonna do, let's see, what is a good, what is a global Twitch emote that would be good for you guys? So, because I don't want to do channel emotes, I want to do, all right, let's have a look. So we got the BBQ, we got my thing, Quint, Kusaki, Mixie, Silver News in 5 months. I need like a list of global emotes. There we go. All right, we're gonna go with party hat. We're gonna go with the party hats, and we're gonna go with Yep, all right. It's just going to be short and sweet. Happy birthday, mister. That's just going to be our raid message. Let me get the raid started. So there's a countdown. And otherwise, all I want to say is thank you, everyone who came to tonight's stream. Oh, Jesus.
Sending
Chaos.
you love.
Thank you so much for the 3-month sub. I really appreciate it. Congrats. You didn't have to deal with advertisement. So, yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Chaos. Sorry you're coming at the end of our stream, and we're going to be raiding into Ahmed's. They're going through a birthday stream right now, and it looks like they're playing Vampire Survivor. So, yeah, anyway, thank you everyone who came to tonight's stream. I greatly appreciate it. We'll be picking up on more Kingdom Hearts Wednesday night. Next Friday is going to be my fursuit stream. I'll make a tweet about that. And I will see you all next time. And we'll go and shortly raid into Ahmed's. Bye for now. If you need our raid message again, here it is.